Final question time now. You wanted a hard question.
Yeah, give it to me.
Putting you on the spot. We all know it's your dream to go on to a Division I program and coach there. Are we going to see you again next year? Before the team takes the field this fall, they still have to fill the vacant starting quarterback position. Big shoes to fill considering how many offensive passing records the school set last season. Live from the Utica Memorial Auditorium, Utica College Hockey presents the 9th annual New York Sash Teddy Bear Toss. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Spellman. Alongside me, and right next to me right here, we have the media trucks. I wanted to mention this while Dave OJ was out with us. They'll be giving you live video from that media truck of the elite runners as they're running the course. What do you say to the team after tonight's win? What do you say to them before Sunday's game? We're here in Cooperstown today where Frank Thomas stopped by. The Big Hurt took a tour of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Walk us through it a little bit. What did you see in the race this year?
I thought, Mike, that this was a very interesting edition of the Boilermaker.
Welcome back to Friday Night Fever. Much like on the high school fields of Central New York, baseball in New York at the major league level has started slow. The Sean Grady Fund and Utica College hockey seem to be a perfect fit. The next question, how to combine a great local charity with a great local game. Player chemistry is often built over time and games played on the field.
It was just a different idea. It was something we wanted to be unique and different, be able to jump off the page so that it wasn't just another team wearing pink jerseys for the fun of it.
For Utica College women's hockey head coach Dave Clausen, the idea was simple. Find a new way to benefit the local community through his women's hockey program. Little did he know the answer was right on campus.
You know, I started working at UC. I work over there now, and he said, hey, what a great opportunity to pair up. We want to get a game going for a benefit for childhood cancer, and he knew of the Sean Grady Memorial Fund and said, hey, what do you think? The Sean Grady Memorial Fund was established in 1991, and its goal is to help families dealing with childhood cancer and the high medical bills that are a result of its treatment. A battle and a financial struggle the Grady family knows all too well. Well, Sean Grady Memorial Fund is named after my brother Sean, passed away in 1991. He was a senior here at Clinton High School. He was a heck of an athlete, three-sport athlete. Once he passed, you know, obviously it was very tragic, and how can we honor his memory? How can we best pay back and tribute his memory the way that people were so helpful for us? So that's kind of how the committee was born. We've been here now 21, 22 years, and you know, we've doled out over $500,000 to local families in need. And it's just a great tribute to Sean and a great way to honor his memory, but also a great way to give back to people that need the money. The Sean Grady Fund and Utica College hockey seem to be a perfect fit. The next question, how to combine a great local charity with a great local game.
The idea kind of fell together after doing this last year. It was a great event at the Odd. It made sense to include a second team, and if we're going to include a second team here in the Mohawk Valley, Hamilton College is the next one, especially in women's hockey. So it just kind of made sense to go to a neutral site, and Clinton being the town that the Gradys are from and that Sean grew up and went to school, and doing the game here in Clinton Arena we thought would just be a perfect fit to gain some more attention for the game.
With the team set and the location determined, the last step was raising funds. Special gold ribbon jerseys were made for both teams and auctioned off online and at the game. And when the final tally was in, the teams had raised nearly $4,000 for the Grady Fund and the next family in need.
Families with children that are sick go through a lot more and have a lot more challenges than just hospital bills. So anything that we can do to defray those costs and help out a family in need in this area, we want to do.
It started as a challenge, one student to one teacher, that anyone could run a marathon. 5 hours and 45 minutes later, the first Mott Marathon was complete.
We started, I've run a lot of marathons, and one of my students 7 years ago made fun of my time. And I said, if you think it's so easy, why don't you try it? And he took me up on the bet. So we walked out on the track last day of school, and I sat here and he ran 105 laps.
But even that first year, the marathon was more than just a physical challenge. It was also a way to raise money for charity. From one student and $53 raised the first year, this year's 7th annual Mott Marathon had 32 seniors taking on the 26.2-mile challenge. And together, they raised over $2,000, part of which went to a charity close to home.
The I Love Cecilia Foundation is, we started in our football program. It's our coach John Cole's daughter. And we helped raise money with bracelets and fundraisers for that. So yeah, it's a really good cause.
The I Love Cecilia Foundation raises money for Cecilia Cole, the daughter of Illion's football coach John Cole. Cecilia was diagnosed with the incurable eye disease RDH12, and without a cure, could lose her sight by age 20.
We came out with CC's diagnosis last year, and the support we've gotten from the community and the kids and the parents in this community has been outstanding. It's overwhelming. It's probably the easiest way to sum it up.
John's been fighting this battle very publicly. They've had a lot of fundraisers, and I just thought it was the right thing and the right time to do it.
While the graduating seniors at Ilion High School will never forget their last trip around the track, for John Cole, the generosity of the community is the greatest gift of all.
It's been amazing. You know, you don't know people's generosity until you ask, and when you ask, it never stops.
The start of a new season often begins long before the first pitch is thrown. For the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, each new season begins with phone calls as soon as the current season finishes.
The recruiting process really starts in August. You know, as soon as our season ends, we'll be on the phone, recruiting guys, talking to college coaches. It's really, finding the right fit for the Mohawk Valley. We not only look for great baseball players, we look for good kids too. And, that's been our kind of recipe for success the last couple of years.
That on-field success, as well as a growing pool of high-end talent league-wide, has made upstate New York a desirable location to play summer ball.
When I looked it up, I was really impressed because I saw some of the schools that send their guys here, and really impressed by the list. And as I read up more and more about it, I really got excited about the competition here.
Once the players were in place, the challenge of getting athletes from across the country to form one adhesive unit on the field often falls to the head coach.
You're trying to learn a new team. I'm trying to learn the players. They're trying to learn my coaching style. We're trying to make sure that everybody gets together and develops some kind of chemistry.
Player chemistry is often built over time and games played on the field, something that was tough to do early this season due to weather cancellations.
With all the rainouts, I thought the pitching has been consistent the whole year, but I think that it's much tougher on an offense to get into a groove when you have rainouts like that.
With better weather and a steady diet of games, the team finally hit its groove in July, winning 10 of 12 games during one 2-week stretch. And once that chemistry was finally built, the team started its run towards the postseason.
These guys are just a bunch of baseball junkies, for lack of a better term. I mean, there might not be one player that stands out, but when you put them all on the field, they're here for the right reasons, and they're going to play the game the right way.
Once we really got going is when we all relaxed, and it just became the game again. We realized, you know what, I'm not here to impress my teammate. I'm here to play with my teammate and be a good team. Once we all loosened up, games just started becoming easier to